Caitlin Clark definitely being the biggest driver. No questions asked. We're in Indianapolis. Like, what she does, she sells out more than, like,
Yes.
Morgan Wallen, Taylor Swift. There's a couple people that sell out everywhere, okay? Caitlin Clark sells out everywhere. I mean, she is a bona fide superstar. Obviously, a lot of eyes. The badass for the Indiana Fever, who is willing to fight.
Sure.
Which we are big fans of for Caitlin Clark. She was also a kicker in high school. Okay.
Oh, wow.
For the brand. Obviously, the
Makes
kicker is the biggest badass on the court. I love everything about it. Sophie, welcome to Indiana.
Caitlin Clark got destroyed. Her girl Sophie came to her defense, and this was the most beast mode thing that I've seen a woman do in WNBA history.
Again, fans is short for fanatic for a reason. All right, fan bases are crazy. And the league doesn't know how to handle it. I mean, they got...
She sells out arenas faster than Taylor Swift. She's carried an entire league on her back. But now, Caitlin Clark is furious because the WNBA just made one decision that may destroy everything she helped build.
I just want to say that Marina Mabre is a bum, and I own her. She shoved me like that was going to change the score. She was out there putting up Angel Reese stats with her 6 points and 8 rebounds. She needs to relax. They tried to gang up on me with 3 players because I cooked their whole squad, and I had to let their bench know after I hit that 3-pointer to shut their asses up.
It was bold. It was intentional. It was personal. And it got Sophie ejected. Not just from the game, but now from the league.
Fast players are faster, they're better, they're bigger, they're stronger. You know, they're as good as they've ever been, they're as athletic as they've ever been. The game is fast now. Things are happening quickly. Everybody's getting better, except the officials. So we got to find a way to remedy it. I mean, you've heard every coach talk about it, so I don't know what the answer is.
Fans erupted, not just at the ejection, but at the WNBA silence. Boycott hashtags exploded. Free Sophie, protect Clark, boycott WNBA.
Trash talk had been happening everywhere. Technicals, flagrants, all this stuff had been happening. And as JC Sheldon was running down the court for a fast break layup, Sophie Cunningham grabs her and hard fouls her. I think this was Sophie. This was the last 46 seconds of the game. They were up by a lot. So I think it's a possibility that Sophie was trying to send a message to the league, to the officiating, to everybody that, listen, like, Indiana Fever have had enough. And this is what's going to happen.
This wasn't the first time Clark's been targeted. It's a pattern. Eye pokes, body checks, elbows to the head. 17% of flagrant fouls in the league, all aimed at one player.
So what did you make of Sophie Cunningham's flagrant foul on JC towards the end?
It was a flagrant foul.
Think it's like defending Caitlin or defending the team, or how do you view just how it all?
I view it as a flagrant foul.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys came for basketball.
Yeah,
Let's talk about basketball. Yeah. Come on now.
My name is Sophie Cunningham, and I won't allow anyone to harm Caitlin Clark. I had to stand up, and I do it again.
Caitlin's teammate, I couldn't sit idly by. I decided to take a stand. In my own way, I made JC Sheldon understand that anyone who hurts Caitlin would face consequences. This wasn't just a foul, it was a warning to everyone. Although I was ejected from the game, I earned the respect of the fans. People thought I did what others were afraid to do, standing up for Caitlin, even at the cost of myself. This makes me furious. The WNBA's rules and biases clearly enable this violent behavior, ignoring players' dignity and safety. The atmosphere of that game grew increasingly tense until I couldn't stand by anymore.
Publicly, Caitlin was calm, but behind the scenes, sources say she's furious. Discussions are swirling, sitting out, going overseas, even leaving the WNBA.
Just to see that how many people just love her in this city. She made her mark here, and it's just incredible to see all the fans and how much she's just put into working, and then the impact she's had on this city is just amazing.
Clark is weighing all her options. She knows the league needs her more than she needs them. The WNBA rode Clark's wave to relevance, then let her drown in abuse. And now, the message is clear: protect yourself or be punished.
When you are good at basketball, you're pretty, and you got grit, those 3 things make you bad to the bone. And I think this is one of it's new trends that's going on in the WNBA, in my personal opinion, is that not only will you be good at basketball, but you also, some of these women will look like women, right? And you still look like dudes. But now they look like beautiful women that are playing basketball. And one thing I like about Sophie is that she's tough.
Caitlin Clark has finally had enough. Her enforcer has been kicked out, fans are calling for a boycott, and the WNBA may have just signed its own death sentence. This isn't just another ejection, it's the moment everything changes.
When we first played her, I just think she's had a lot of pressure on her shoulders, and I think a lot of people, no one's walked in her footsteps, and so it's really easy to judge and to say things, but at the end of the day, we all need to empower each other and be there for each other. I think she's done a lot, not only her, but that rookie class. They've brought a lot of attention to our league, and it's needed. Like, this is what we've always wanted, and so why would we not embrace them and make sure they're good? And so when we first played them, I was like, hey, keep doing your thing. Like, you're doing a great job. If you ever need me, reach out. And then the All-Star game, we were just having fun. I mean, she was playing. I was having a good time on the sideline. And I kind of told her, I was like, hey, if you ever want to come to Phoenix, let me know. But that one kind of backfired on me. Now I'm here, which is...
The chaos started during yet another violent game against Indiana. JC Sheldon fouled Caitlin Clark. Marina Mabrey shoved her to the ground. And then came Sophie Cunningham, a Taekwondo black belt, Clark's shield. And in the dying seconds, she made her stand. One hard foul, one immediate ejection.
Clown show gonna end, Angel. Thank you, Sid.
I actually shot a very good percentage today. 27% shooting is above my average, so put some respect on my name. I built enough houses to save the homeless in Chicago. I also grabbed 19 rebounds, and 9 of them were me-bounds, let's be honest. My team is now 3-10, but I still deserve to make the all-star team because I'm gonna cry racism if I don't get selected. My victimhood stats outshine my basketball stats. So please vote me in for the all-star game if you love bricks and me-bounds.
But the fallout didn't stop there. Hours later, WNBA leadership quietly announced Cunningham would not return for the remainder of the season. No appeal, no explanation, just gone. In a season-long pattern, Clark's been shoved, elbowed, tripped, and slapped, all without serious consequence. Marina Mabrey's body check, Angel Reese's flagrant to the head, and now JC Sheldon's blind hit to the face. Yet the league stays silent. Sophie Cunningham broke her silence. In an emotional IG post, she wrote, "I do it again. No one's protecting Caitlin, so I did." That statement turned a fire into a wildfire. The league thought the storm would pass, but fans had other plans. Overnight, Boycott WNBA started trending. A change.org petition to reinstate Cunningham hit 150,000 signatures. When Larry Bird or Michael Jordan trash-talked or stood tall, they were praised. But Caitlin Clark? The media calls her entitled. The league punishes her defenders. It's a gendered double standard fans are no longer ignoring. When Larry Bird or Michael Jordan trash-talked or stood tall, they were praised. But Caitlin Clark? The media calls her entitled. The league punishes her defenders. It's a gendered double standard fans are no longer ignoring. The WNBA was gifted a generational star. Clark sells out every arena she enters. But rather than protect her, the leagues allowed a toxic culture to develop. One that punishes talent, elevates drama, and turns its back on its golden ticket. Sophie Cunningham became more than a player, she became a symbol. A line in the sand. To the fans, she's a protector. To the league, a problem. But if the WNBA keeps ejecting its best allies, they may soon find themselves alone. Clark's anger isn't just emotional, it's existential. If she walks, sponsors walk. If she speaks, headlines explode. If the league continues on this path, it may lose the one player holding it all together. Behind the scenes, the tension is undeniable. Players look confused, plays break down, and Clark looks drained. This isn't just physical, it's emotional exhaustion. The joy she once played with? Fading fast. Now, the whispers are growing louder. After taking several hits, including a hard screen in the Fever vs. Aces game, Clark was seen limping to the bench. Trainers surrounded her. She played on, but her movement wasn't the same. Game after game, Clark is thrown to the floor, elbowed, shoved, and officials swallow the whistle. Fans, analysts, and former players are now speaking out. The WNBA is letting its most valuable asset get assaulted. Stephanie White promised a fast-paced, dynamic offense centered around Caitlin Clark. What fans got instead was an incoherent mess. The motion offense has backfired, restricting Clark's strengths and turning her into a decoy. Even Clark herself dropped subtle bombs in pressers. I think that's on me, masking frustration behind media-trained polish. The WNBA's biggest star is in danger. Not from an opponent, not from the media, but from her own team, her coach, and the very league that profits from her every move. Caitlin Clark's rookie season was supposed to be iconic. Instead, it's spiraling into chaos. Missed shots, brutal fouls, coaching confusion, and now an injury scare that has fans asking, is Caitlin's career already at risk? What we discovered will leave you stunned.